about winning a game.
Isaiah never got enough credit for being kind of a mean player too, and he picked a fight once with Bill Cartwright, who was 7'1".
Wait, hold on.
We have video of
Hold
this.
on. I didn't pick that fight.
No, you kind of picked it.
Watch him slap me upside the head. Pop, you see that?
Whoop. Oh, get away, he's 7'1".
And by the way, they're in Chicago, Isaiah's backyard. He's not backing down from anyone.
Let me ask you, though. I mean, nobody in the 80s, like, there was a lot of elbows and fists flying, but it was kind of part of the game. It was people policing each other. Do you feel like the NBA has swung too far the other way? Like, now I feel like it's like touch football almost.
I think that the NBA has swung too far in terms of the small guy. All the rules favor the small player.
So you missed your era.
Well,
You would have loved this era.
oh yeah, this was a great era. Yeah. So the rules are for the 6'8" and under player. You know, so we've more or less eliminated the 7-foot post player. All the rules favor the small player. All the rules favor the quick guys. All the rules favor the wing players. Back then, the rules were set up for the bigger players, the more physical dominant players. So, you know, we got to come back and find a happy medium right now, because right now it's just, you know, it's a 6'8" and under league.
Touch basketball.
But you also think about this, too, and not to get personal, Isaiah, but in 1989-90, how much money were you making then? Couple million?
Couple of dollars.
But what I'm saying is, a player now makes...
Now you'd be making 20.
That's my point. I mean, as the money has gotten greater, I mean, you know, things have changed. They put stiff fines and
This is why we brought Isaiah on the show, to make him feel bad about being born in the wrong era.
he made a lot of money, but I'm just saying, I mean, you know...
But also to your point, going so far the other way, you wanted to make the game so attractive for international prospects. So now we talk a lot about stretch fours and small ball and playing 4 around 1. They could hand check. They could bump cutters. You had to actually run single doubles and floppies and think action that actually made you think. Players nowadays just do post-ups, basically, or pick and rolls.
And, you know, Jalen, it's interesting. You know, they changed the rule with the Pistons. They used to screen you out of bounds by the stanchion. And so as you tried to come off there, I mean, there was no place for you to go.
They'll push you in the basketball.
And so now it's an illegal screen. You lose possession of the ball. It's no foul, but they would screen you out of bounds. I mean, it was when you tried to go set a screen, your big guy, it was an arm wrestling contest for your big guy to try to get over to set a wing screen roll. I mean, they stood you up when you cut. There'd be 3 guys chuck you as you cut through the lane. So your head would be on a swivel. And when you're going through there, you're not be like going in the NFL over the middle looking for a pass and waiting to get hit. Anytime you cut, somebody's going to hit you.
But Coach, everyone played that.
Exactly.
It wasn't just the Detroit Pistons. That was the style of play.
Yes.
Everyone played that way. And again, so we get credit for a lot of things because we were up against the era where Jordan came in and the rules started to change. We were the last team of that era that played that way. So consequently, you had 2 eras really colliding. You know.
Well, let's be honest. Riley's Knicks ruined everything.
Well, and then you know, but imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? I mean, when Pat Riley went to New York, he said, you know, the style of play now that the Pistons are winning champions, that's the way we're going to play. And he had a front line of Anthony Mason, Ewing, and Oakley. You know, 3 of the biggest, strongest guys in the NBA. And then we went to Miami. He coached down there the same way with Alonzo Mourning and that group of guys. So
yeah, Alonzo Mourning and Shaq.
Exactly.
Well, when you played against those guys, what was it like? Were you fearing for your life every time you went down the lane?
Yes, but it's something to be said for being beloved in the language and the description that went towards the Pistons' hard fouls. Think about the players they were going against. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. Like, these are some of the, if not the most beloved players ever. So you get a lot of hatred when you go up against those guys and you throw them to the ground, right?
But again, our job was to break their hearts. You know, like you said, those 3 guys are the most beloved figures in basketball. And our job was to beat them. So, and consequently, when you beat them, you know, some people are not going to like you for beating them. And it's okay to beat one of them, but when you beat all of them, you know, then, you know, you take on all
Settle
that.
down. Settle down.
So you take the Chicago fans, You take the Lakers fans and you take the Celtics fans and you put them all together.
Yeah.
And then they don't like the Pistons because you beat all them. So it wasn't like we was just beating one team or one great player. We had to beat them all. And consequently, you took on all of their
venom. I can tell you
venom.
this much. Those Pistons teams earned my hatred in 1989.
You know what? I've read that somewhere.
We're going to be back right after this.